The music blared, Benjamin Netanyahu smiled, but more than 5 hours after voting finished, it was clear this was no victory, even if he was far from ready to admit defeat.
A government committed to the Jewish state. There neither will nor can there be a government that relies on anti-Zionist Arab parties.
But the exit polls suggest he doesn't have the numbers to dictate. He may not be given first chance to form a government.
5 months ago, Benjamin Netanyahu waited several hours before making his speech, waiting for the numbers to swing in his favor. This time, he's waited longer, but the numbers appear to have swung in the other direction. 5 months ago, he made a victory speech. This time, it was a speech of defiance. It seems clear that his grip on power has weakened in the intervening time.
At the opposition blue and white headquarters, the mood was very different. Former Army Chief Benny Gantz didn't repeat his premature victory declaration from April. Instead, his tone was of a man ready for a grave responsibility.
We need to be patient. It wasn't an easy mission. As we see now, Netanyahu did not succeed in his mission. We, in comparison, proved that the idea of blue and white succeeded big time and is here to stay.
There was equal vindication for AVIGDOR LIEBERMAN, Netanyahu's former ally who collapsed the coalition talks, pushed his secular agenda and nearly doubled his BEITENU party's vote.
We have only one option, a national liberal government made up of BEITENU, Likud and blue and white.
The presumption is that he'd demand Likud first replace Netanyahu as leader, but that's something it shows no sign of readiness to do.
Netanyahu is the leader of the Likud. Support for him is strong, and in times of crisis it gets stronger.
It all came after a frenetic final day of campaigning. Gantz aping Netanyahu's tactics, urging supporters off the beach, telling them his party was on the verge of defeat. Netanyahu seemed to spend the day in one long emergency broadcast on social media and in person, repeatedly warning his right-wing base that Arabs were voting in great numbers. The leader of the mainly Palestinian-Israeli joint list, Ayman Odeh, said Netanyahu's incitement had come at a heavy price, causing instead a surge in support.
It's possible we did see some form of backlash. People saying, you say we're going to come to the polls in robes, so we are. Here we come, and this is what we can do in Israeli politics.
Odeh's office says he's due to have talks soon with Benny Gantz, raising the possibility that he could offer him some kind of support. Benjamin Netanyahu spoke on stage of the difficulties and pressure of this campaign, with his first pre-indictment hearing on corruption charges due in 2 weeks, and the prospects of fighting them from the Prime Minister's office now diminished. The pressure looks set to intensify. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Tel Aviv.